All right, comic book junkies, one more time. I'm bringing you 24 keys, DC and Marvel from 2024 that I picked up for my collection. So let's turn the camera around and let's get through it.
Watch Nighttiger comic.
Tiger comic.
Nighttiger comic. Watch Nighttiger comic.
Yeah.
You never know what you're missing. Comic book junkies, no particular order. I put together as quickly as I can 24 books from 2024, like the keys of DC and Marvel that I picked up. Obviously, there was much more, but I wanted to just keep it short with 24. So starting out with this AOK for Metarog, Dead of Night, number 11, first appearance of Scarecrow in Marvel Comics. Picked up a second issue. I love this Thanos issue. September 73, Jim Starlin on, I believe, the art and the writing. Just a great purple cover. I think I picked up this for $30. And my first copy I picked up for $30 in the same grade. So I don't know. I probably pick this book up every time I see it for $30. Just a beautiful, beautiful cover. Just love the background of Thanos. Speaking of Metarog, when I traded him for a Golden Age book, I gave him a stack of books that he needed to complete runs. This was actually one of the books, and I actually picked up a higher grade at the flea market for $3. What is this, from 1969? Steranko cover. No, I paid $5.70 for that, but it's a really nice copy. Captain America number 11. So Dave Stevens got hot. This is a book I actually wanted. I didn't want to pay the high prices for this book. Popped into my local LCS in Dunellen. Shout out to Josh. River Monster Comics from 1990, number 1, King Kong by Dave Stevens. And I paid $18 for that. He's a great guy, man. I mean, he had 20 on it. Checkout, he takes off $2 right there. Didn't even ask him to do it. Then I was at my other LCS, which I mentioned in the Golden Age video, All-Star Sports Cards and Comics in Gainesville, Florida. Chet Orner, great guy. It's just a sweetheart of a guy. And was going through his books. He just got a whole collection he bought, a big bulk collection. He said everything was $3, I think. So I picked up this and number 6. So let alone this book for $3, killer book. I'm not into modern books, but I knew this one from you guys showing videos. I knew it was a book that, for $2 in a high grade as it is, it's probably like a 9.2, something like that, 9.4. And when I got home and was looking it up, it said the newsstand is like $200, going for $200. I looked and I'm like, no way, it's a newsstand copy. So for $3, I was like, sweet. And the number 6 I picked up also was a newsstand. And then I have the gold version of this book, which is the newsstand. I don't know if this is the newsstand or the variant. So I found this for $2.50. Actually, I found this at Howard Flea Market in Homosassa. This is the silver clawed one. And I paid $2.50 for that. And I found that gold claw one at Webster Flea Market like 7 years ago. And I have never in the wild seen another copy of this. So to find the silver one, I mean, it would be awesome if I found the gold one again, but to find the different one, I just love that cover. I'm not into modern comics, but this is one of the exceptions that I just think that's a great cover. I don't even know who does this. It doesn't say. So very happy with that one. Just picked this one up. A high grade copy of this. This is probably like a 9.4, 9.6. It's got one spine tick on it. $15 from 1996. Carnage Mind Bomb #1, his first solo title. And like I said, I'm not into modern comics, but there are exceptions. I like this cover and the skulls and all the red and the matching trade with the foil. Yeah, I just love that book. So I picked this one up, and this is a really nice copy of this book. November 58, #3. Nice Good Girl. Well, you could see this right here. See that corner? I was on the ship, and I put my comics back in my backpack, and like an idiot, I didn't zip it back up, and when I went to put it on, all the books slipped out. And luckily, there was some bigger Golden Age in there. Luckily, this was the one that took the most damage, and it ripped that corner off of it, man. And this, other than that, this was a nice book. I just bought it. Oh, shoot. And see, look at that. And I paid $31.50 for that. So, yeah. So I was happy and I was mad at the same time. Happy that the other bigger books didn't get damaged because I had some Disney war books in there. Just picked this one up in Tampa for $15. It's a really low-grade copy. It's a book I've wanted in my collection. And I didn't want to pay $50 for the higher grades like 2 years ago. And now you can't get higher grades for $50 anymore. But I think eventually I'll stumble on this at a shop or a flea market in a better condition for probably $20, $30. So I'm waiting. Till then, great holdout. Great Marshall Rogers cover with the Joker guns, fish guns. Picked this up at the flea market, a really high-grade copy of this book. Paid $5.70, October '79, first appearance of Alice Cooper in comics. Just a great horror issue by Marvel. Got a little bit of a good girl going on. It's got EC look to it. A classic rock icon, Alice Cooper. School's Out Forever, baby. I mean, that was a big theme song for me in high school. And then picked this up off my comic shop. Right away, I knew this book. What did I pay for that? It was $66 before shipping and tax. Number 240, Detective. And look at the condition. It's like a fine minus. This book right away, when I seen it for $66, I'm like, that's like half of what this book goes for. In this condition, so $120 in this condition, you could probably sell this book easy. What year is this? 1957. And just a cool cover with the lie detector. This guy's mustache always freaks me out. It looks so fake. Always looks like Dum Dum from Sergeant Fury. But yeah, featuring the all-out Batman. And there's a lot of these DC covers in the 50s that have this big judge's desk in the courtroom. Oh, and you can't beat a Batman with 10 cents on the cover. Look how small that is. This was a nice find at Brick City Comics. It's a show they do once a year here in Ocala. First Batman and Swamp Thing from 1973, and a really nice copy. And it's funny because the sellers, a couple gentlemen, probably a little older than me, a few years older, they're like, "You're Nighttiger. We watch your show. We watch it." He's like, he told his pal, "Hey, look, it's Nighttiger." And I didn't know their names. I always feel bad when I don't know people's names, but you know, it always feels good when you get recognized for the channel. Nice Wrightson cover. This is one that I didn't really like the cover for years, and you guys kept showing it on YouTube all the time, and I came around to realizing how cool this book is. And to get this for $8 in this condition, it's unheard of. This book goes for quite a bit. I think what did I pay for this? Yeah, I didn't put it on here, but I remember paying $8 for that. And I think this book is probably like around $40 in this condition, something like that, maybe. And this was one of the best finds of the year. I have to say this is the top 10 find. It's obviously a rip-off from Golden Age Ghost Rider. Last issue of Jimmy Wakely, number 18, 1952. So right around when Ghost Rider was out from Magazine Enterprises. But I knew right away I've never seen this book. I've looked at some Jimmy Wakely's in the past and wonder why they're so expensive. And the seller actually knew me from the channel, which was funny because we started talking back and forth through messaging. And he actually threw me $10 off the book. I tried to get it for, he had a 70. I tried to get it for 50. We settled on $60. But this book is extremely scarce. And every time I show it, multiple people start commenting, I've been looking for that one for years. So this is top 10, 2024. Probably top 50 in my whole entire collection of books. And really cool. I believe that's a Gil Kane cover. And you know by seeing this, you know how cool it is. A little DC bullet there. And it's a rarity if it's not Jonah Hex to have a really cool Western title out of DC. Picked this one up at Back in Time Comics in Liberty, Missouri. Pretty nice copy of this. I got it for $60. And they just did a show, so they had a lot of their wall books still in a couple short boxes that they hadn't put back out. Went through them. Asked the lady, because the owner wasn't there, which I did meet him. He'd left to go to the bank. She said, she called him up, asked him if he could do better on the book, and he said 15% off. I thought that was a great deal on this book, and I know it was because after I bought it, then looking for books on eBay, I see this issue multiple times in lower condition for going for a little more than what I paid for this. So, and I read it. Really good, fun story. I think this is a first appearance of the second Vulture, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And like I said, it's a really nice copy. Nice and bright, shiny. Probably, 6.5 maybe. Bought this off eBay for $12. What is the second appearance? Is a second? First team up of unofficial Defenders. I don't know, is this first or second? I don't remember. But another last Submariner 34, $12 was a fun read. You can't. This is a VG plus copy. You can't go wrong for $12 on something like this. Kind of Marvel key-ish. And like I said, I read it. Fun book to read. Just picked up a second copy of this. This actually is a little bit of an upgrade from the one that I have. So The Wedding of Lady Blackhawk. She didn't make too many appearances in the title. I'm still looking for that. Her first unofficial appearance in the Golden Age title, where they didn't actually call her Lady Blackhawk, but she had the same look exactly. I did a little documentary on this. My friend Tyler, he found the original first appearance, Blackhawk 21, I think it is, or Military Comics 21, I don't remember. And I've never been able to find a copy, but just this is pretty cool. I love it. Actually, I don't know if this was an upgrade or not, but I paid $13.50 for that, so can't go wrong. One of those issues that you have your favorite issues and you buy multiples of it. Just a cool book. I just picked this up for $11 at Webster from Charles, actually. So this time he was there Monday, but he had some books and they were all overpriced, and he came down a little bit. I felt the prices were still too high. But like I said, a lot of times in the past, I've got great key deals from him. And what is this? Second appearance of the Harry Osborn Green Goblin. It was a great story. Definitely loved reading it. Who does the cover on this? I think it's a Gil Kane cover. But great Spider-Man looking Bronze Age book. 137, October 74. And I paid $11 for that. So I thought it was a great deal. I picked up like 4 or 5 books from him last time. This time I didn't pick up any. So I got me a Jonah Hex #1. I actually found a second copy. My other copy, which was just a little bit lower grade than this, not much. I paid $25 for it, I think, and I actually gave that one away in a prize pack on one of my live shows. I kept this one I found for $5 at Webster Flea Market. So Jonah Hex #1, 1977. No, actually I found this at Bearded Brown Coat in town for $5. Another great store in town. Mike's the owner. Great guy. Picked up my upgrade of my first appearance of Harpy, Hulk 168, October 73. I paid $11. This was another one I got for Charles at Webster. I paid $11 for it. So it's a VG for sure. My other one was probably like a 2.5, and I gifted that one to my buddy Surf Day Blue. Shout out to him. Sub up his channel. Go watch his book or his content. So first appearance of Harpy was Betty Ross, and this was a really good story. Herb Trimp art. You can never go wrong with Herb Trimp on the Hulk. The art is just fantastic. It defines the Bronze Age. Picked this one up, 23 shipped. It was $15 originally. It's missing one ad page. So I got it from my comic shop. And there's a lot of collectors from the Silver Age, especially Marvel books. They would cut out the ad pages so that when they would read them, they could just read the story straight through without interruption, which is something I found out about 10 years ago while I was researching or talking to a shop owner. I can't remember. So for $15, I think it was a great buy. So that's a 0.5 issue. I read it. It was fun. I forget the backup story, but the backup story was a lot funner to me. But just a classic first appearance of Captain America in Silver Age. Unofficial appearance because it's not really even him. It's the Tumbler, I think. But just a cool Jack Kirby classic cover. $15, no brainer. Got this at Webster. I paid $30 for this. Why did I pay $30 for this? Oh yeah, so the guy wanted $50 for it, which wouldn't be bad if it was in better condition. But when I opened it up, I believe the first page was detached, and he didn't even know that. And the guy was trying to sell books, and he wasn't having a lot of success. And so I told him I'd give him $30, and he said okay. So, and you know what? It was worth it. I read it. Another classic Jack Kirby, Iron Man versus Cap. I think it's his first time in this title, and then they split it up eventually. So yeah, it was a good read. October number 58. Just love that right there. Okay, getting down to the last two books. Picked up a second copy of this. First appearance of Pip the Troll, number 179, April 75. Strange Tales, the revival of the title into the Bronze Age. I think 178 was the first issue when it came back from the 60s. And just a cool Jim Starlin issue, art, scripts. Just look at the detail. The inking on that is incredible. I love Jim Starlin's Warlock issues. So yeah, so I picked up a second copy. What did I pay for this? I paid $11. Did I get that from Charles? I think this was another book I picked up from Charles. So I think it was out of those three there, which is a great deal. It's a pretty nice copy. VF minus. So, okay, last two books. This was a eBay purchase, so a lot of times I don't buy Silver Age books off eBay, but I couldn't find anything Golden Age. I looked at new listings for Silver Age, and for $26 shipped, picked up this low-grade copy of the Showcase 79, first appearance of Dolphin. Obviously, it's missing this right here, but what did I say I paid for that? $26 shipped. And I already have a little bit better copy of, obviously, the copy I have has full cover, nothing missing. But for 26 bucks, I'll take that. I was going to give it away as a prize. That's originally why I bought it. But when I got it, this is one of those issues just you don't want to let go of because they are tough to get. Everybody wants this issue. So happy to get that. So the last official book of 2024 of the Keys was a second copy. Shout out to Marissa. She sold this to me for $33. A really nice copy. Probably in the 6.0 range. But I just read this on my cruise. It was a really good. And I forgot to show this other book in the Golden Age video. So let me show it here. But that's the last of the 24 DC and Marvel Keys from 2024. And I'll end it with this Golden Age CGC graded comic that I got, which I failed to show in my Golden Age videos. So here we go. Northwest Mounties. We have a Matt Baker cover. Shout out to Chad again over at All Star Sports Cards and Comics. Great shop owner. Nice small shop in Gainesville, Florida. A 4.5. And I picked that up for $200. I didn't even think he was going to sell it to me for that. He bought it for $100. So very cool. We'll end it with that. I hope you guys had a great year in collecting. I know I did. Looking forward to 2024. And in the comments below, if you know the secret on how to stop buying comics, I want you to tell me so that I can do it. Because I have more than I'll ever need now. And like you, I love comics. It's so hard just not to go hunting and thumbing through long boxes and searching on eBay because it's a therapy for life. But if you know the secret and you can reveal it to me, surely be appreciated. Nighttiger, peace out.